Well, I think we've got a series of steps which are going to be undertaken. The first, of course, was the introduction of the bar exam. The second is that we're going to propose certain standards for legal education, which is a statutory function of the Bar Council. But obviously, we will do that in consultation with the academic community, and hopefully for the first time, we should be able to bring about a consensus of academic standards in legal education, which would be of international quality and repute. I had a recent visit to Australia where I saw the Australian universities and their educational processes, and being interested in watching the different processes which are utilized in many of the universities, I think we have to look at the outcomes model as a very probable basis for defining our own standards. The third is about curriculum, which again is the preserve of the academic community, but in a close partnership, which is what the Advocates Act contemplates, the Bar Council, in partnership with the academic community, having regard to the international needs of a modern lawyer, will have to design the curriculum so that whoever practices law or who comes out of a 5-year law course or even a combined degree program will have the capability to deal with the challenges in the law today. So this is going to be the third step. The fourth step is we're going to have a huge knowledge resource and continuing legal education as a voluntary program by which even existing lawyers would have access to the best possible skills, including knowledge in some of the less known or less taught subjects. In today's world, we have many subjects which may look far removed from the present day realities of Indian society. But to be exposed to those streams of knowledge is very necessary for a lawyer, because at any moment he may come across a case or a situation where his knowledge and familiarity would be tested. Therefore, we want to make the lawyer as competent, as capable, and as well equipped as possible to be able to service the requirements of society. This needs certain innovative measures, one of which is continuing legal education. But it also involves acquisition of additional skills, such as skills of operation of a computer, to be able to run through a software application for the purpose of condensing your work, be focused on the principal points in a case, give written briefs which are brief and precise, and to be able to conclude and apply closure to a proceeding. One of the important yardsticks by which you judge the success of a legal system is whether the legal system is able to apply closure. If things are totally indeterminate and open-ended, I'm afraid the legal system earns a bad reputation. So closure is very vital, and that is something which lawyers will have to practice as a part of their inner logic. The examination is not one which should excite any apprehension at all in the minds of the young students. I am actually in the process of completing a newsletter to all the student community that please do not be afraid of this examination. It is not a difficult examination, but yes, it is intended to test you. But anybody who actually runs through the course material with a certain degree of diligence and effort will enjoy taking the examination and will ultimately thank that such a process was also there. These processes, like the examination, are not intended to diminish the self-confidence of a law practitioner. They are intended to enhance it. and we want to enhance this from the long-term perspective of a future generation. The future generation is going to actually play its own part in the legal profession, and we think that they must have the imprimatur of the highest quality on their labels, and this is one way by which we want to see that there is level playing field. The level playing field also tells you that if someone has passed the bar examination, which is being set up in a very transparent manner, then there is a reasonable degree of assurance about the quality of his education and the basic skills which he will need to function as a lawyer. And I think that important consideration has been welcomed by the Society of Indian Law Firms, by leading lawyers, because they feel that everybody must get an opportunity to be in mainstream lawyering, particularly people who are first generation lawyers. So the examination becomes a great process by which you bring about homogeneity in the constituents of the new entrants in the legal profession. After you prescribe standards, we deal with curriculum. And again, we give inputs to the academic community. We make it possible to start from the next year with an advanced curriculum. We will also need synergy between law colleges. That's another area where the Bar Council is working. How do we actually bring about commonality of standards? How do we make even law colleges viable? Are law colleges going to be able to pay the UGC pay scales for their teachers? Do law colleges have adequate facilities? When you see the resources which are available in any law school out of India, you realize that we are not giving a very good deal to our own law students. We have to make everything accessible to them. The best of resources have to be available to them. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to enter into some sort of a collaboration with Australian universities who are willing to share so much of their resources and knowledge with us to be able to strengthen our own resource base. By this process, we're actually going to have a high quality examination, which again doesn't have to cause any apprehension in the minds of the student community, because he truly can claim, after having passed this exam, that it was meeting the parameters of the highest professional quality. This is very important for the new law practitioner. This is something which senior lawyers, which law firms, which the industry, which the corporates, which the NGOs, which civil society, with judges, all of them have radioed in different metaphors that self-esteem and self-worth has to be made available to the practitioner. And this is the process. This is not a negative process at all. I want every law student to remember that the examination is not a prohibitive or an exclusionary process. It is a process for self-esteem. And I'm sure that when the students get that certificate at the end of the examination, I can bet. I don't want to bet because I've never done it before, but I can bet that they will frame their certificates.